We're going to get started here. And man alive, I was going to say class number 15, but I won't. But since I did, I'm seriously excited about this class because this is a class that we talk a little bit about, well, we talk extensively about, which is regards to title. How to, how to read title work, how to explain title work. And I think many of us get to that point that we're a little apprehensive about, the reading part and the explaining part. And man, I got to tell you, this is where it all starts. So we are so blessed to have Betsy this morning. Everybody, I don't know if you know Betsy Ponstein, do I pronounce it right?
Stein, like a stein of beer.
Stein of beer. I love that. And she's our director of closings, our customer service guru. There's not much you don't touch in the world of title. And
Not much I don't touch, no.
I love it. Well, we are so glad you're here. We can't wait to get started. So I'm going to let Betsy just kind of get off to a good start. And man, welcome for being here this morning. We're
Yeah,
so
thank you
glad,
for having me. I appreciate.
so
I
glad you're here.
truly do love teaching title.
Yeah.
For the like Doug said, I have been with Star for a couple of years now, but I've been in the industry for 25-ish years. I started when I was 4,
Like,
clearly.
like how old were you? Yeah. Really?
I
Really?
got into title when I was around 20 years old.
That's
And now
crazy.
I'm 45 of them. So yeah,
Wow.
we're on that close side to 50.
And you knew that title was your calling. This was what
No,
you
nobody knows title is their calling. You kind of fall into it and like it sucks you in and
Yeah,
it's a love-hate relationship, but I mostly love
I
it.
love it. I love it.
So I know you guys are talking about protecting your clients kind of in these power sessions,
Yeah.
and Doug and Kim asked me to come on board and kind of talk about some of the situations with title that come up. So I am going to share my screen because I
And
do want
can,
to, yeah, go
and
ahead.
can I say something real quick? And I didn't mean to interrupt. I know we're going to have questions, guys and gals, right? So do me a favor. Let's save those questions to the end, if that's all
Yes,
right.
I will open it up for questions of any sort, any kind. What I'm going to do is just a quick overview of what a title commitment looks like. I know some of you may know, some of you read them. Others of you, it may look like Greek and speaks another language. But then I especially kind of want to hit on the easement section of the title commitment. It's kind of a forgotten section, but often carries the most weight in regards to after closing issues. So I'm
Please.
just gonna share my screen and pull up.
And Betsy, just so you know, we can't hear you really well. Is anybody,
Oh,
Doug,
let
can
me
you?
try something
Yeah,
else.
I can't hear you well either. I don't know. Kim, our technical expert behind the scenes
No,
there.
it's Betsy's
Oh, it's
computer.
Betsy. Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
No,
No.
I can hear her.
it's just really far away.
Okay.
I'll sit real close to my computer and yell. Is that better?
It's
No.
the same, but it's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right,
Okay.
let me find my. Here we go.
Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. There. Yeah, I don't know if that's helping or not. Anyways,
All right, can you guys see my screen?
we can. Yep.
All right, so this is when you guys order title, and quick plug, I love for people to the minute you get a purchase agreement, get a get title ordered. Even if you've got a listing, get a pre-listing package ordered, get pre-title ordered so we can start to jump on some of issues that we see rather quickly. So when you get a title commitment, I'll scroll to the first page. Obviously, it's going to be your invoice. It's going to tell you what type of policy we've ordered. There are two types of policies. You got your owner's policy, which is what the seller pays for, and you got a loan policy, which is for what the buyer pays for, typically, unless stated otherwise in a purchase agreement.
Mhm.
When you first page of your commitment is very important. I think for you guys, the most important thing to look at is number 4. Who is in title? Who can sell your property? If this is especially important, like if you guys have a listing appointment and we can order pre-title for you guys, a listing package, it's going to help determine like is who I'm speaking with who can actually sell the property.
Mhm.
If you hear I've inherited a property, you could anytime you hear those words like death, divorce, diamonds, things like that, we it's important to see who you have here in title just to confirm, am I dealing with the right person that can sell the property? The other important thing on this first page is your legal description. We don't expect you guys to be experts in reading legal descriptions, but it's also great to just look at it. Like if you know your lot 8 in a development and this says lot 31, well, we've got the wrong property. Um, it's also important. We see a lot of splits these days, like where someone's splitting off a bunch of property from a parent parcel. This will come into play there too. But again, we don't expect you guys to be experts. Always come to us if you think like this might not look right for some reason. Tag us in. Second page is going to go over your requirements. These ones in bold, you're going to see on every single title commitment. They're like the standards, right? Like you have to pay us for the policy. We have to follow the purchase agreement. Our did the house used to be a grow house with marijuana? Those are all going to appear on every single one. The important things, which we do spell out on our title delivery to you guys, are these next few, where they're going to say, all right, we're going to need a deed from the current owner to the new owners. We're going to need to record the mortgage for the buyers. We're going to need a release of mortgage. This is a pretty clean title commitment, to be honest with you. It doesn't have a lot. Other times you're going to see extensive requirements. You've got tax liens on there. You've got judgment liens. We need a judgment of divorce. But all those things will be spelled out to you when we deliver our title commitment. So once those are clear, obviously that tells us we're good to go. We're good to close. The next section, past the taxes, is exceptions. And this is kind of a forgotten part of the title commitment, but can be very, very, very important to buyers especially. Again, the ones in bold, you're going to see on every title commitment. Those are standard exceptions that are on every single title commitment. The ones we want to pay attention to are these ones here after the bold. Those are going to point out any exceptions that appear on the title commitment that, and by exceptions we mean they're not a covered risk. If something were to happen with the buyer after closing and it's because of one of these exceptions, it's not covered by title insurance. So, for example, Kim had a great example. She had one where there was a consumer's energy easement through the back part of the property. And once the buyers purchased, they had all these beautiful trees in the backyard. And a little while after closing, I don't know how many months it was, consumer's energy just came in and cut down all the trees in the back, which is a huge, huge problem for the buyers if that was part of the reason why they purchased that property. Another kind of horror story that I have, buyer bought vacant land with the intent to put in a subdivision. Agents knew that that was their intent. There was an easement on the property for neighbors to hunt this land in perpetuity, forever. There was a 30-foot wide easement that they could cross this property to hunt forever, all their heirs, everyone, which means they couldn't put up a subdivision. And and in that circumstance, unfortunately, the buyer was never given the title commitment. The agent never sent it to him. So agents were sued, title companies were sued, everyone was sued by the buyer because obviously they're out a ton of money. The intent was for them to put up a subdivision and now they can't do that because of this easement. Not every easement is scary like that. You're always going to see these exceptions here. And some of them, like this one, let's say, nothing really has to be done about this. If you have someone buying in a subdivision, you're almost always going to see a covenants, codes, and restrictions easement. It's still somewhat important and valuable to look at what that easement says. Again, if you have a buyer buying a subdivision and they want to put up a fence or a pool, you got to kind of read that and make sure that they're able to. We don't know what your buyer's intent is to do with the property. It is kind of on an agent to make sure that they're looking at these for their customer, or at minimum, you guys need to be forwarding the title commitment along with copies of the easements and have record that you've sent it to them so that they can read it. you're not expected to legally guide them. If they have questions about an easement that's showing, they certainly should get some legal advice on that. You can't give legal advice, we can't give legal advice, but an attorney would be able to tell them, hey, if this is what you want to do with a property, this easement says no, you can't. So I would highly recommend that in all cases, you guys peruse your title commitment, you take a peek at those easements, and you're for sure forwarding it on to your buyers and sellers. And if they have any questions, again, we don't ever expect you guys to be experts in this. That's what we're here for. We can always help guide your buyers in the right avenue with talking to an attorney. Again, we can't give the legal advice, but I just want to definitely enforce the importance of peeking at these easements and knowing that your buyers are well aware of what could be on the property in the future. Does anyone have any questions on easements or anything along those lines? No? I don't know if I can't hear anyone.
Can I say something really quick? I just watched Tracy's message about treating this as a hot potato. Absolutely treat it as a hot potato. Make sure that your client is getting copies of that title work. What happens is in a lot of cases, people don't understand. They feel a little intimidated with this title work piece. At least sometimes I do. So you got to read through this thing thoroughly. You got to forward it as quickly as you possibly can. The problem with people that don't do that is you wind up in a situation that you just described, Betsy. Same idea, right? All of a sudden, oh my gosh, I was buying the property and I can't even do what I want to do there. So,
That. And again, we don't expect you guys to be experts. When we send you your title commitment, you're going to get spelled out the requirements, and you're going to get copies of any easements, exceptions, anything that's of record. We're going to forward with you to you as well. So your buyer can take that and read that easement. And sometimes it's a non-negotiable. I have one right now where there is a consumer's energy easement through the back of the property. And the buyers were very concerned about it because they don't want anything through their backyard. And the sellers are currently working with an attorney and Consumers Energy to try and navigate getting that easement removed. It's a big process, but it can be done. So if you ever need help in that area or try right avenues to pursue to try to get those things done, we're happy to help kind of navigate that for sure. Any other questions and again, I'm going to throw this out there. I love doing diving deeper into this. If any agents ever want a total thorough title 101, I've got some really good pieces for you and I'm happy to walk through that. Doug knows how to get a hold of me after closing. If you guys want to connect with him and I can go over in fine detail through a title commitment, I'm happy to do that and kind of walk through that in a more lengthy process with you guys.
Hello,
Hello?
Betsy.
Yes.
Hi, Betsy. It's Melissa Crimmins here on the line.
Hi.
Hi. So you're from Star Title, correct? I
Yes.
missed the first 10 minutes. I'm so sorry.
Yes, no worries at all.
So I had written in my notes that yes, it would be great to have sort of perpetual title one-on-one because it does seem like when we get down to the title work and all of a sudden the title work starts coming through and then it's okay. And every property is different. What are we looking at here?
Yes.
And so I think for people like me, I would raise my hand and say, yes, even a 2-minute drill, even a 10-minute drill of one item in the closing documents would be helpful because we just need that. I went through the associate broker course in Colorado this year, and they spent 4 days on the closing statement. 4 days. And well, I mean, it's an associate broker course, so you need to know that as an associate broker. But I think that would be super helpful. So if you want to set that up with me or group of people, I'm all for it, all about it.
And it was Melissa Crimmins, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. And every easement is different as well. And so it seems like I'm turning around just talking to my colleagues at Five Star and my other colleagues here in my sort of my micro zip codes in Leelanau County. There's all kinds of different easements and easements.
Yeah, you're spot on, and I'll be completely transparent with you. Like I said, I've been in this for 25 years. This market that we're in, especially the last 2 years, it has brought an abundance of situations that I've personally never seen. Every title commitment is different, every and has far more issues than in the past. And I don't know the rhyme or reason. I don't know if people for a while started doing things on their own, and or we see quick people doing all these quick claim deeds because they don't want to pay for title insurance, they don't want to close, and those can cause serious clouds in title. And we see more and more of that, things that haven't been taken care of properly along the way. Um, what works in one instance on title might not work in another. So I thoroughly love agents that call me and question, and they want to know all the things, because I'd rather have you completely understand what's going on than kind of be guessing in the dark. So I will happily set up a title 101 with you and go through some of that, but also just on the daily, you guys, I give everyone my number. If you have questions on any title commitment, big or small, I'm happy to have you reach out to me. Even if it's not my title commitment, if you're closing with
Mm,
someone else and they're telling you something and you want a second set of eyes on it, I'm happy to walk through it with you. Happy to.
that's great. I will raise my hand and not be embarrassed. If anybody else wants to jump on the bandwagon, I don't want you to do like one-on-one with all of us. I'm happy to join in a group discussion, but it just seems like when we get into that lane and the closing documents start coming through, that there's a lot of the tone is sort of presumptive. It's like a presumptive close. Like, yep, here are your closing documents. Send these to the buyer. Make sure they're all good. Okay, we really need to make
What,
sure we know what we're doing here. And
when you mean closing documents, you mean like the actual closing package, or are you referring to the title commitment and the supporting docs?
the title commitment and supporting docs, when those first come over, right? That's first step in
Mm-hmm.
your. Oh, all right,
Yep.
here we go. Roll up our sleeves, and so I think that at least that's been my experience, is that sort of presumptive, like, yep, let's just move it all along. That is when you got the gearbox. I like to say, like, let's shift down to third or second and see where we are and what's here. And if there's anything that's
And
standing out to us.
in the title delivery, when they do deliver it, there is a clear breakdown of what is needed for closing. And again, when you receive that email, if there's something that jumps out at you that you have questions on before you send it to the buyer so that you know how to answer it, those are things. I can't go over all of those examples in one
Sure.
title 101,
No
because
way.
again, it's every situation is different and unique, and we know that. But if you
Right.
ever get those that you're like, wait, what do I need? What are you going to need from my customer? Jump in, reach out to your team, reach out to me directly, whatever you need to do. But again, we can chat more off this,
Yeah.
but I'm happy to sit down and
Yeah.
go through
Thank
some of
you.
it with you. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Well, and I wanted to kind of keep this moving too a little bit. I don't want to miss questions. Betsy, are you open to one more question? I just think I
Yeah.
saw
I
Wesley.
am all yours this morning, so.
Okay. Wesley, you had a question too, and I think I missed it. Are you still there, man?
Hey Doug, or Betsy, can you stop sharing if you're
Oh,
done so we can see the
yeah.
Yeah.
feed?
Sorry about
Thank
that.
you.
Very
And
good.
your audio is pretty low again, if there's anything you
I
can do.
don't there I apologize. I don't know
That's
what to
okay.
do to fix that.
I didn't know if you turned up your volume, if that would adjust, but
It's
okay.
at
Thank you.
100.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you.
And sitting closer doesn't help. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
What did Wesley say he had a question? Did I see that pop up somewhere, Kim? Maybe? No? Okay.
It was Wendy and
Oh, it was
her
a
question.
Wendy. Jeez,
Yeah, Betsy, it says, sorry, I'm late to the Zoom. Most title commitments just say easements without any explanation. So typically when we see like a utility easement, so could you give a little bit more
So, yeah.
context to that?
Yeah, so on the title commitment, you're just going to see easement from Consumers Energy recorded in blah blah blah. But then we also send you the supporting documents that include the recorded easement of record. And those typically state what what that easement is, whether it's a right of way through the back 30 feet of the property or whatever the case may be. It's always spelled out in the actual recorded easement. So it is a little bit more legwork. Like you do have to kind of go to those recorded easements, the actual documents themselves, and read what they're specifically for.
Okay, good. Hopefully that answered a good question, all right? Anybody else? Anybody else? I know there are other questions. Anybody?
Althea just added her name to that list, Betsy, as well as somebody else that would be interested in a Zoom. Her name's in the chat and I can send you her contact information.
Yeah, so it's Wendy, Alpha, and then Melissa, right?
Yep, it's Althea, but I'll send it to you. You can see her name, but it's Althea.
Gotcha.
Hi, Althea.
She's there. Good.
Hi, guys. Yeah.
Betsy,
All right.
anything else?
Yeah, if there's no other questions on that, the only thing again I wanted to stress the importance of order listing packages, order prelim title. And then also, I don't know, we just wanted to throw this out to you guys. We do have a Star Title 1 app that is extremely helpful in net sheets and tax information and all those things. You can find it, it's called Star Title 1. You can find it in your app store. You do, there's a free version, which is great. There's also a $9.99 version, which your first year is paid for. You just got to let us know and we'll take it off your fees to 5-star. But I would strongly suggest anyone who doesn't have that, get it. It is a super beneficial tool for you and your customers. You guys can crank out net sheets. You can make it in the $9.99 version. You can make them look pretty and put your logo and all the things on them and send them out to your customers. And it's a great way to give professional looking net sheets, and it pulls taxes for you. So you're not really guessing. It pulls all of our title fees in automatically. So I would just stress to everyone, if you want more information, I can send that to you, but it's available in your app store. It's super easy to download and get set up with.
I love it. I love it. Good. Good. Well, geez, Betsy, this has been a lot. This is great. I'm just excited that we're partners. Our Star Title 5-star partnership has to continue for many, many years to come. So we love what you do for us, and you spoil us, and we love it. So keep doing that, please. Well, if there's no other questions, well, I got to let you get on to your week, you guys. I'm just excited you took some time this morning, hopefully learned a little bit, and I'm seeing a lot of head nods. So I know that means you guys are taking all this information and making it happen. So, all right. Well, hey, on that, I'll let you go for the week, and have a great week. Enjoy these wonderful 90-degree temperatures, please. And let's keep them coming, right? So,
All right. Thanks, guys.
all right, gang, we'll let you go. Take care. Thanks for being here.